Welcome back to Low Buck Builds. In today's video, we're going to be repairing the coolant temperature sensor in my 2017 Chevy Suburban. This video wasn't planned, but whenever your daily driver goes down, all other projects get pushed to the side. When your engine fan is on high, even with the vehicle off, and your gauge shows 0, that's usually a sign that you got a bad coolant temperature sensor. It could also be a thermostat, or the fan could be faulty itself. I should have been a fishing YouTuber. And as you can see, it had to be a snowy, freezing cold day to have to do this. Alright, this is going to be a quick, down and dirty video. It's 35 degrees in here. It's snowing like crazy, so no time for theatrics today. We're going to go ahead and get this temperature sensor changed out, and I hope that fixes the issue. Alright, first thing we're going to do is get these hose clamps off. Today I am not messing around, that's why. So on these vehicles you basically got two hose clamps left and right for the airbox, and then you have two tubes that go into the back, and they're push tabs. You got to push one on the bottom, the one on the right on the bottom. And then on the left, it's on top. You got to push and then disconnect. And if you need to, you can use a small screwdriver like I am to help push it off. I chose to leave the left hose and tube connected and just turn the airbox up out of the way. Alright, so your sensor is right here. This little guy hiding back here. So you're going to pull out this little plastic piece and then pull off the sensor and replace it. So I'm going to go ahead and get some pliers, pop this off, find the wrench, we'll pop that out real quick and put the other one in real fast. The hard part's going to be doing it where you guys can see. I'm going to try my best. And as you can see, I was in the way and it is hard for you to see. But you just got to get the electrical connector disconnected. There's a little tab, you pull it off and then just pull up. Alright, so the whole trick to this is we're going to want to go fast and try to lose as little coolant as possible. It's a 3/4 inch socket. We're going to get it close. It's not very tight at all. Alright, so we're going to get everything ready because as soon as we pop this out, we're going to want to throw it back in. We're going to get this real close, probably till it starts leaking. So basically what I'm saying is you want to get it loose so then you can swap them out real quick. The old one out and the new one in before the coolant can start bubbling out. Now we don't want to go crazy on this. It does have a little crush washer. We just want to go a little tight once we hit the flat bottom. There we go. There we go. Not very tight. I gotta do a flush on this thing. Alright, so now we just put our cables back on. Plug this back in. Now it's just everything in reverse. Let's get it put back together. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and use a screwdriver to put it on because I want to feel how tight I'm getting it. That's good. Good. Make sure that one's on. We'll tighten up this clamp. We'll fire her up and let her see if she gets warm. Alright. I believe we're all good now. I'll go ahead and tighten this battery up. I gotta read that. All right, we got everything back together. I'm gonna go ahead and take it for a ride down around the block and see if I have a temperature, because I had no temperature showing. My fan was locked on high even with the car off. Those were the symptoms I had. No light on the dash. I didn't hook up the reader, but sometimes you can to see if it is the sensor, but it's a $20 sensor, so I figured I'd start there. So let me go right around the block and we'll see if we get a temperature. I'll be back. Alright, so we got temperature, yay. So that was all it was. The fan's not kicked up on high, so most likely it's that. If not, the next step would be to replace the thermostat. And of course, the very first thing you do is make sure you got coolant in it, because they'll go into limp mode if there's no coolant. Do the same thing to protect the engine. The fan locks on high. Third would be going into the fan circuitry, so luckily we didn't go there. That's the most expensive. So I said hell with it, I'll just spend $20 on a sensor, and that fixed it. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, and if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button. See you guys in the next video.